Have you ever looked at your child and thought, why am I getting mad over something so little? Or maybe you even thought, this is not the person I want to be. If you found yourself thinking either one of those two phrases, the problem may not be your child. You may be suffering from emotional exhaustion. So today's video is where we discuss what emotional exhaustion actually is, how does it happen, and what you can begin doing about it. Most people think exhaustion has something to do with being tired, but it has very little to do with being tired. You can sleep almost 8 hours a day and still wake up emotionally exhausted. Emotional exhaustion is when your nervous system and your brain are constantly responding to stress to the point where they cannot handle even little things. So things and a little dust that you used to brush off your shoulders now feel like gigantic boulders. So sign number one is when you start to react faster than you can even think. So somebody asks you one more question. Somebody spills the milk. Somebody drops a little bit of crumbs of food off their table. And that sends you into a tizzy. You blow up, you start cussing people out, you start swinging at people. And it's not because either one of those little things were so horrible, but the accumulation of hundreds of those little things have your tolerance and your patience wearing very, very thin. Also, it's on your last nerve. So when that last nerve is spent, that's why you react so fast, because you don't have time to process it. You're just on automatic, you're just going, and that's number one sign that you're suffering from emotional exhaustion. So another sign that you're emotionally exhausted comes when you start to feel guilty about almost everything. You start to say to yourself, if I could just be more present with them when I'm around them. Or you might say, if I could just have more patience and more tolerance, if I didn't go off so fast, I would just feel better about our time together. Or you might even say, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do next. I've tried everything I can. I feel like I'm at the end of my rope. So it's a revolving door now. The guilt causes stress, and the more stress you have makes you feel more guilty because you're so weighed down by all the decisions you have to make and all the little rocks that are being thrown onto your shoulders that you have a hard time thinking and making a clear decision. So that guilt creeps up and then it just starts to take over. So recognizing that is one key to finding out what to do about it next. Another sign that you may be emotionally overwhelmed is that small decisions start feeling overwhelming. So, what should we eat tonight? Should I sign him up for basketball practice? Oh no, he has soccer practice and then swim practice in the morning. Maybe I'll go fold these clothes up. I need to iron them first though. So, your brain is scattered. You want to be everywhere at once, but you can't. Because if you feel like if you don't hold the house of cards up, they're just going to fall down. It's like a castle made of sand. But you cannot be everywhere at once. So recognizing those signs is the first step to getting you help. Because you want to be able to see something, make a decision, and then carry it out to the fullest. Not have paralysis of analysis and not make any decision at all. So even when you might see parents say something like, hey, Tommy, Tina, Terrell, just whoever you are, get over here. That's their brain not being able to find the words. They're trying to make a decision, but they can't. You might say, well, all parents talk that way. Well, all parents might be experiencing a little bit of emotional exhaustion. So it's not that uncommon to experience this. But when you cannot make a decision, when you feel like everything is just too overwhelming and it starts to fall apart, maybe it's time to get some help. Sign number 4 is that you stop enjoying the good moments. So one of the saddest parts of being emotionally exhausted is not that you're just being sad. It's that you cannot feel good anymore. So your child laughs or brings something to you that they like, or they want to show a book to you or their favorite show, and you look at them and you just smile. Smile doesn't even involve all the muscles. You might use half the muscles, just the bottom half. And that's you not being able to be present because everything else is so heavy on your shoulders that trying to show your true self and expose yourself and be vulnerable has almost been ripped from you, or at least it feels like that. You just don't have the energy, you just don't have the capacity at that particular point in time. So if you feel like the things that you used to enjoy or that you want to share enjoyment about and you're just not able to do that, then maybe that's another sign that you might just be exhausted. So why does this happen? It happens because we have to make a number of decisions every day as parents. You're constantly problem solving. You got to figure out meals. You got to figure out clothing, housing, finance, transportation, what is happening at school, behavior, conflict. It's a constant, endless list of things you have to do. And guess what? There's no applause. Nobody's saying, you know what? You did a good job. No one is saying, hey, you know what? I saw you try there. It didn't work out, but you tried your hardest. So all those invisible tries that you put together just fall flat. And all those times you plead for more support fall on deaf ears. So it can feel like a lot, but know that once you recognize it, there is something that you can do about it. So what actually helps? First of all, recovery does not need to start with vacation, although that can significantly help. But if you can't go on a vacation right away, the first thing you need to do is offload some of those decisions. So accepting help, narrow down your decision making, take breaks before you desperately need them, schedule in some time just for you to rest and relax and you're uninterrupted. Whatever you have to do, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day of silence. And like I said, doing anything that you enjoy doing is better than not doing any of it at all. So you cannot feel guilty about that, taking that time to take care of yourself. Because you might say, well, if I'm taking time for myself, I'm taking time away from my children. But one of the best way to take care of your children is to take care of yourself. So if this video was a mirror and you recognized yourself in it, then you are not alone. There are many terrific, fantastic, magnificent parents out there who experience emotional burnout all the time. But once you understand the signs, you can start to take care of it before it becomes burnout completely. So you might be exhausted, you might be feeling a little bit tired, but you do not want to hit the burnout stage because that takes more recovery time. Right now, if you're just feeling exhausted, there is that 30 minutes a day, that 10, that 20 minutes a day that can help you recharge your battery so that you can keep going. And remember to do those other things that we discussed. Taking time for yourself, offloading some of those decisions to other people, accepting help from those, and taking your breaks. So if you felt like this video has been helpful to you and can be helpful to somebody else, make sure you like, subscribe, and then go ahead and share it with that person. Also, if you need more support from just this video, you can go to our website and you can find further support for parents as well. Things from how to treat problematic behavior, to how to relax when you're feeling upset, to what do I say instead of cussing them out or saying something else ridiculous to my children. So check out our behavior boot camp for parents. It's there on our website as well. We'll make sure that we link it down in the description below. And all of those tools should give you the first step towards support. And if that's not enough, you can always reach out to us by looking at the info in our bio link. So if all that has not been enough in your toolbox and you still want more, there's more videos always coming for you. And you have to do nothing to accept that help except one thing, and that's stay tuned.